jagat gurum. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna, thank you for the melodious recitation. To signify good beginnings and entry of light into our lives, now I welcome Madhuri Agrawalji from Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. She joined Geeta Parivar in October 2020. She is serving as a technical assistant, group coordinator, and a super aider. Over to you, Madhuri ji.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरितैव सम्भिन्न मुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहं सकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः वरदां शारदां नुमः.
It was indeed devotional and stilling. Thank you, Madhuri ji. Now it's the time for most anticipated session. Our speaker for the day is Geeta Pravina Kavita Verma Didi. She is disciple of Param Pujya Swami Guru Govind Giri Dev Ji Maharaj. She is a student of Advait Vedant at Chinmay Vishwa Vidyapeeth, Kochi. She is one of the program coordinator of online Geeta classes. Kavita Didi has marvelously soothing personality. It's an honor to welcome Kavita Didi to enlighten with her most valuable words. Therefore, I cordially invite multi-talented and versatile personality Kavita Didi to enlighten with her most valuable words. Over to you, Didi.
Thank you, Priya. Sada Shiva Samarambham Vyasa Shankara Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Pathaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayane Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Amba Tvamanusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Bhagavad-Gītā Bhavadveshinim. Jai Shri Krishna. My pranams to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose ji on his Jayanti today, on his 125th Jayanti. So in 9th chapter, Gyan Yoga, Raja Vidya Rajaguhya Yoga, we are seeing that it is the most confidential chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, as I mentioned last week, because it consists glimpses of Bhakti Yoga, Gyan Yoga, and Karma Yoga. So all three will come one by one. So in last session, as we have seen, the part of Gyan Yoga. Now in this session, basically we will cover Bhakti Yoga, and in the third half, we will see the Karma Yoga. Now the Subhash Chandra Bose ji or all other freedom fighters are the real example for the Karma Yoga. Why? Because the Karma Yoga means doing our karma without having any selfish motive for the society, for this world, for the peace of this world. And the freedom fighters are doing the same. They are fighting against the enemies. Why? To protect our country. So they are also following the Karma Yoga. So they are not doing the karma for their selfish motives, but they are doing the karma for this society, for this country, for the India. So they are fighting against the enemies for the India. So we should remember the Subhash Chandra Bose ji on today. And let's begin with the session. So last time we have seen the how this Paramatma is everywhere, and not Paramatma is every. So we have seen the like Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyakta murtina matsthani sarva bhutani nachahanteshva vasthitaha. So this word is pervaded by me, and I am in them, and they, this word, all the living creatures are in me. First he says this, then he says like nacha matsthani bhutani pashyame yogamaishwaram. Nacha matsthani bhutani, all these living creatures are not in me. What does it mean? So we have seen the meaning of this shloka through the example of ghost and pillar. So the ghost, how the person misunderstood the pillar as a ghost and he got a heart attack, and whatever happened we have seen in the last part. Now in the 8th shloka he says prakatim swamavashtabhya visrajami punah punah bhutagramamimam kritsnam avasham prakritir vashat. So in previous shloka and in this shloka he is telling about how I create this universe and how I dissolve this universe again. So he is the creator and he is only the destroyer of this universe. Now he is doing some karma. And also in this 8th shloka, he specified that what is the basic difference between Jeev and Paramatma. So Paramatma, he has control over the Prakriti, and Jeev, he is controlled by the Prakriti. So Prakriti controls us, but the Paramatma controls Prakriti. So this is the basic difference between Jeev and Paramatma. Paramatma has all the control over his emotions. When the Paramatma comes in a human body for dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge, to establish the dharma, when he comes on earth, then also he has control over his emotions. But the jiva does not have control over the emotions, because we don't have control over this prakriti, but Paramatma has. So the Paramatma is supreme and Jiva is the ansh of Paramatma, and he is controlled by the Prakriti. This is the basic difference he shows in this shloka. Now he is creating the world or he is destroying the world. He is doing some karma. Every karma has some consequence. So according to this, when he is creating something and he is destroying something, he is doing some karma, so he should also have some consequences. So he should also get rebirth and all. But this doesn't happen with the Paramatma. Why? Nacha mantani karmani nibadnanti dhananjaya udasina vadasinam asaktanteshu karmasu. Because he stays as udasin. Udasin, neutral. Now the neutral meaning, when we hear this word neutral, we have different meanings. Like not doing anything, any karma. This is the meaning of neutral. But this is not the meaning of neutral according to Bhagavad-Gītā. Neutral, udasin means not having attachment with the result, with the consequences. The karma we have to do, but we should not get attached with the results, with the consequences. That is the meaning of udasina. Otherwise, there was a child, a very naughty child, the daughter, and once she got punishment in the school, and she came to in front of her mother and she was crying badly, and she said, "Oh mother, I got punishment for something I did not do. I got punishment for something I did not do." So this mother was like, she was so much attached with her child. She thought, why this teacher has scolded my child without any reason? And she just went to the teacher, and in front of her, she had a list of arguments. Why you have scolded my child? Why you have done this? And then when she was arguing with the teacher, then teacher stopped her and she said, "Let me finish first. Let me speak first." And she said she did not complete her homework, so I scolded her. So this is like udasin. When we become udasin with our karma and we think that not doing karma is udasin, like this child was. So this is not the meaning of udasina. We have otherwise we will get punishment. So Lord will also give us punishment if we will not follow the karma, the Nitya Karma and Naimithi Karma. So Nitya Karma means, in Vedas we have 6 types of karma. So for those karma, Nitya and Naimithi Karma, we can never become udasin or neutral. But we can become udasin or neutral for the Nishiddha and Kamya Karma. So we have 6 types of karma: Nitya Karma, Naimithi Karma, Kamya Karma, Upasana, and this Nishiddha Kamya Karma, Nishiddha Karma. So yes, so 6 types of karma we have. I don't remember one more. So the Nitya Karma means all the rituals we have to perform daily, like whatever Shastra, whatever written in the scriptures. So in the 16th chapter only, Yashastra Vidhimutsrija, and then in 24th shloka, Lord says, Tasmat Shastram Pramananti Karya Karya Vyavasthitau Jnatva Shastra Vidhanoktam Karma Kartumiharhasi. Oh Arjuna, you do karma according to the Shastras. In the scriptures, in the Vedas, in the Shastras, whatever is written, you have to follow that thing. And that is your Nitya Karma, Naimithi Karma. Nitya Karma, all the rituals, Sandhya Vandan, and all we do, we worship the Lord daily. So this is our Nitya Karma. The duty or the responsibility of the person is called Nitya Karma. Another form or another definition of Nitya Karma. Then we have Naimithi Karma. Naimithi Karma, because of some particular reason, we have to perform some karma, some action. That is called Naimithi Karma. So Naimithi Karma, like we have solar eclipse or lunar eclipse. Then after that, we have to take bath. Now taking bath is also a kind of karma. And when we do this karma, this is called Naimithi Karma, because this karma we have to do because of some nimitta, some reason, that is lunar eclipse or something. So this is called Naimithi Karma. Then we have Kamya Karma. Kamya Karma is like when we have some desire, and for that desire we perform some karma, that is called Kamya Karma. So Jateshtyadini. So we have Jateshti Yag in Vedas. So in that Yag we have to perform this sacrifice or this yajna, and after that we can get a child. So for getting the child, person performs this kind of yajna. So this is called Kamya Karma. We have some motive behind our action. This is called Kamya Karma. Also sometimes our duty becomes our Kamya Karma. Suppose a lady is there and she wants some gift or something from her husband, and she is cooking, like she cooks daily and she's cooking today. But today when she is doing her duty, that time she has this thing in her mind that I want some gift from my husband, and for that motive she is cooking. Now this is her duty, this is her Nitya Karma, but it will become her Kamya Karma. And this is so the Kamya Karma. And then we have Nishiddha Karma. So now Nitya and Naimithi Karma, what I wanted to tell is, for those 2 kinds of karma, Nitya and Naimithi, we cannot become neutral. We have to perform our karma. So here the meaning of udasin doesn't mean that we don't have to perform karma. For Nishiddha Karma, we have to become neutral. Nishiddha Karma, the killing the Brahmana, killing the cow, or whatever the Daivi Samvadas we have seen, the divine qualities in detail in 16th chapter. So all those demonic qualities, so all those qualities we should not apply in our life. That is Nishiddha Karma, and we have to avoid those karma. But the Nitya Naimithi Karma we have to perform. So for those karma we cannot become neutral. So Udasina Vadasinam, but Lord is Udasin, neutral towards all the karma. Why? Because Asaktas, because he is not attached in the karma. So whatever karma you do, or anyone in this world is doing, Lord has no attachment with those karma. Why? Because this is your karma, and according to your karma you will get consequence, and according to your consequence you will get new birth, rebirth, you will reborn in this world. So this cycle will go like this. So Lord has no attachment with this cycle. Now why, if he has no attachment, why he creates everything? This he says like Sarva Bhutani Kaunteya Prakritim Yanti Mamikam kalpakshaye punastani kalpadau visrajamyaham. I create in the end of, in the beginning of this kalpa, and I destroy everything in the end of this kalpa. Why he creates and destroys when he has no attachment? Because he is creating because of our karma. We are doing something and our karmas are preserved as tendency and sanskara, and for those karmas the Lord instructs the prakriti, and then prakriti creates everything. So he will tell in the next shloka how it happens, so how this word happens. So yes, so nachamantani karmani nibadnanti dhananjaya. Now he's saying that Dhananjaya. Also, we can have the example of Learn Geeta program. Very nice example. So in every message, if you have ever observed this thing, we always write in the beginning that by the grace of Lord or by the grace of Paramatma and Swamiji, these online Geeta classes or Learn Geeta program is running. Lord or Shri Krishna will never come and start your Zoom meeting. He will never come and teach you Bhagavad Gita shlokas, how to speak evam satata yukta. He will never tell you about the grammar rules, anything. But still, what we say that by the grace of Lord. Why? Because we cannot do anything. He is doing. So now he is udasin. We are doing the karma, but still, what message he wants to convey us, that we should not become karta, or we should not think that we are karta, we are doer, but someone else, some supernatural powers are there who is doing everything, and we are not the doer. That's what he wants to convey to us. Now, because now if why attachment is the problem, why he is saying that don't get attached with the karma? Because when we get attached with the karma, we have some relation, and because of that relation, it causes pain, it causes sorrow. So every time whenever we have pain, we have sorrow, that is the cause of that is because of this attachment or relationship. So like many of us are there are so many people who are dying with the corona, but for everyone we don't have same sorrow, we don't feel same, we don't become sad. But if someone who is very near and dear to me, and that person, if that person will get affected, we have some pain, we have sorrow. Why? Now both the persons are same, they are coming from the God, they are part of this world, they are equal. But for one person we have more sorrow, we are grieving, we are crying sometimes. But for other person we don't do this, because for the other person we don't have relation. For the person for whom we have relation, then we will face this sorrow, this pain. So all these sorrow, pain, it is the cause of this relation only. When we relate with us, with someone with us, that relation will cause the all this pain. So every time we have to become separate from all this thing, we have to become udasin, but doesn't mean we will not do karma like God. Lord, every time he does karma, but he does not get attached. Similarly, we should also do our karma. So here the Arjuna thinks that I will kill someone, so I don't want to kill this Swabandhavan. Tasmannarha vayam hantun dhartarashtran swabandhavan. And then he says, Nakangshe vijayam Krishna nacharajyam sukhani cha kinno rajin govinda kim bhogai jivitena va. What will I do with this Raj, with this kingdom? If I will get the happiness, the kingdom by killing them, what will do? So it is better that I go for bhiksha. I don't want to do my karma, this Kshatriya karma. I don't want to do fight. I don't want to fight against my relatives, my own people. So he is relating himself with some people, and that's why he is having sorrows. And if he does not relate with other people, then he will not have the sorrows and pains. So the sorrows and pains and delusion of his mind is the cause of this relation, because he is relating with he's relating himself with the with his relatives. So acharya, pitra, putras, everything. So he is saying that they are my relatives, so he's facing pain. So we should also become indifferent or neutral with these relations, but we have to do our karma. That's why Lord has said, Tasmad yudhyasva bharata, O Bharata, O Arjuna, you do yuddha, but you don't get attached with the karma phala. Karmanye vadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You do your karma, but don't get attached or don't seek for the fruit or the consequence of the karma. So that's what he wants to convey with this message. Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetunanena kaunteya jagad viparivartate. He is saying, I am the supervisor. Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. And this prakriti, the prakriti is the Shakti, or we can say power of Paramatma. Or like we have king and the ministers. So king does not go everywhere and he will not do everything. He will not talk with individually with the public. He will not go and solve the queries of everyone, but he will send his ministers. So ministers will do everything, but king will become supervisor. Similarly, this Parmeshwara, Paramatma is supervisor. He will just see whether everything is happening in a right way or not, and who will do everything. So this prakriti will create all char and achar, everything, unmoving, moving, everything, whatever we are seeing here will be created by this prakriti. So we have seen last time the very nice example. So in the Sankhya, we believe that there is one Purush and another is Prakriti. Purush is Chaitanya Swarupa. He is like a powerhouse, we can say, and the Prakriti is Jad, but she has the ability to do something. But Chaitanya cannot move, cannot do. So we have taken the example of fan. So like fan moves and it gives us air, and it is moving because of electricity. So electricity cannot give alone, cannot give us air, and the fan also cannot give us air. So this Prakriti is like a fan, Jad, and the Purush is the electricity, the Chaitanya. So because of this we get air. Similarly, the Paramatma is supervisor. He will supervise everything, and the Prakriti will create, she will destroy, and the Prakriti will do everything. Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetunanena kaunteya jagad viparivartate avajananti mam mudha manushim tanumashritam param bhavamajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Now from this shloka and the next shloka, he will tell about the two types of people who have demonic nature, or the we have Asuri Sampadas and Daivi Sampadas. In 16th chapter in detail he has told, because this is the 9th chapter in Geeta Parivar. We learn 16th chapter before and 9th chapter after that. But according to, if we will go with the sequence of the Geeta, so here he starts the Daivi and Daiva Asur Sampad Vibhag Yog here, and he stops after that, because he just tells some glimpses. So in this 2 shloka he will tell about all the Asuri people, and then in the 16th chapter he will tell in detail. So we already have seen the 16th chapter. So avajananti mam mudha. So these people, the Asuric people, they have all the dambho, darpo, bhimanascha, krodha, parushyamivacha, ajnanancha, bhijatasya, and so on. So all these qualities he has, these people have. So these people will not respect Parmeshwara. So these people will disregard me. Avajananti mam mudha. They don't know my real nature. Avajananti mam mudha manushim tanumashritam. They think that I am also a human being like they are. they have some body, they have eyes, nose, etc. So I also have the body and all. So but the body, the purpose of our body, our life is different, and the purpose of Lord's body or the Parmeshwara's body and birth is different. Janma karma chami divyam evam yo vetti tatvatah. So in 4th chapter only, Lord says about his body that he says, my birth, janma, karma, my actions, janma karma chami divyam, all are divine. My birth, my actions, everything is divine. Why? Because why I take birth? You take birth because you have to finish your karmas. You have done some karmas in previous life, and that's why we are getting this life, and we have to face all the difficulties. We have to suffer with the pains. We will get the enjoyments, the worldly objects to enjoy. So we will suffer and we will enjoy. Everything will come one by one. So not everyone cannot become happy forever, and everyone cannot become sad forever. So everything will come one by one. But my body, the Lord's body, the Parmeshwara's body is not like that. The purpose of Parmeshwara is yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srajamyaham. Yada yada hi dharmasya. When the people will not follow dharma, dharma will get destroyed and the adharma will increase. So dharma will decrease and adharma will increase. That time I will take birth. Why? Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkratam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. The main purpose of my birth is to establish the dharma. The people who are not following dharma, I have to make them follow dharma. So when the Mahabharata time was there, everyone like the Yudhishthira was the Dharmaraj, the Pandavas all were following the dharma, but on the other hand, we had 100 Kauravas. So these Kauravas were not following the dharma, they were doing adharma. So I came as a Sri Krishna. Similarly, in all the yugas, every time, whenever there is adharma is increasing and dharma is decreasing, I come as a person. So this body and this birth has some big goals or some big intentions. I am not like a simple human being. I am different. But these people, the people who are possessed with all these asuri sampadas, they don't know this truth, and that's why param bhavam ajananto, they don't know the param bhava. What is the param bhava? Who I am, they don't know about that. Param bhavam ajanantaha mama bhuta maheshwaram, I am the maha ishwaram, I am the controller of this word. Ishwaram means Ishana Shilatvat Ishwaraha. So I have ability to control everything. That's why I am Ishwara. You don't have ability to control everything. Even you cannot control your own mind. You cannot control your own thoughts. But Lord has ability to control everything. That's why sun, moon, everything is working in a proper way. Who is controlling everything? That is Parameshwaraha. So he has power to control the universe, hence he is called as Parameshwara. But the people who are possessed with these demonic nature or qualities, they don't understand this thing, they don't know this truth, and they disregard me. Moghasha mogha karmanu mogha jnana vichetasaha Rakshasi masurin chaiva prakritim mohinim shitaha. Now he tells moghasha mogha karmano, their hopes are vain, useless. Moghasha mogha karmano, their actions are also waste, useless. Moghasha mogha karmano mogha jnana, and their knowledge is also waste, because this knowledge, their karma or their hopes, they are not leading us towards the the aim of our life. Gyan, Vairagya, Bhakti, all these we have to attain with this human life, because the human body is the only body, or the only body where we can perform karma. So we have 84 lakhs different species, but in this human body only, even in when we become a semi-god or we become devata, then also we cannot perform karma, we cannot increase our punyas. When we can increase our punyas, there is rule that only in human body we can increase our punyas and we can get whatever we want. So everything, whatever we get, this is the consequence of our dharma or adharma. If we will do dharma, we will get everything good, everything settled, everything will be happy for us. But if we will follow adharma, everything will become opposite, completely opposite. So every time when you face some difficulty, unfavorable situations are coming, what we have to think that this is the consequence of my previous karma. So never say, God, why it is happening with me only? Why it is happening? This is the consequence of our own previous karma. So when we had done this, we never thought that we will face this. Or sometimes we think that this is wrong and I should not do this, but still something is forcing me. We already have talked about this element, and in detail we will talk about this element in 14th chapter, Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. So how these sattvic, rajasic, tamasic karma impelled us to force us to do something which we don't want sometimes. So all these karmas are our all these things which are happening with us are our consequences of our previous karma only. So God is not doing anything with us. So mogha asha, mogha karmano, mogha jnana vichesata, all our actions, all our asha, hopes, and all our actions, if these are leading us towards the moksha, that means these are good, and we are possessed with the divine qualities. But if these karmas, these hopes will not lead us to the vairagya, towards the bhakti, the devotion, and we are not like we are doing something, how to know either we are following good path or wrong path? You all are learning Geeta. Now what is the proof or evidence? How can you say in front of someone that you are on right path? We say that, okay, reading Geeta, teaching Geeta, bringing Geeta into life, it is good thing, and it is said by the Lord, but what is the evidence? So if you are feeling happy, you are feeling that it is all right, everything is positive around me after joining these Geeta classes, as many sadhakas, many seekers, they tell in many sessions that they are feeling very, very good now. In the beginning, when the pandemic came, this time the coronavirus came, everything was like stopped. The life was suddenly stopped at that point. But slowly we started learning Geeta, and it changed the life. So if we are feeling something like that's why we can say that following this path is good for me. But see, if we are not feeling all this thing and we are going in a wrong way, then we will slowly face the consequences like that. If we are not feeling good, something internally, some voice will come internally, like it is not good for you, or sometimes it is good for you or not good for you. Every time something is there inside our heart which will tell us whether we are going in the right way or the wrong way. So we have to try to listen the voice of our inner self, and that's why we recommend that you should do meditation. You should engage your mind with the meditation, to all other spiritual sadhanas, because when we do spiritual sadhanas, we have some consequences, we have some experiences by these sadhanas. So like all the sages, all the rishi munis, whoever performed the spiritual sadhanas, after sometimes 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, they start feeling they experience some different things, some divine things happen with them, and it is internal. we cannot express it by the word. It is internally, and we can only feel. We cannot make other people feel this. So this is what happens. So mogha sha mogha karmano mogha jnana vichesasa, because these karmas, these hopes, and the knowledge of whatever they know, they have the knowledge. So many times the people who are good, who are not good person, but they have a lot of knowledge about different shastras, also different scriptures. They know everything, but they don't follow in their life, like the Ravana. Ravana was so intelligent. He had knowledge of all the shastras, Vedas, Puranas. He was doing so much austerities also. He was worshipping Lord Shiva also. He was following everything, like if some third person will see, okay, he is very good person, but still he did not follow, or he did not bring everything in his life, so that he was aware with all the dharmas, but still he was not able to follow the dharma. And he had knowledge, but that knowledge was for no use, because this knowledge will not useful for the society, for the world. He used his knowledge in a wrong way. That's why he will say, he will called as vichetasaha. He is without the wisdom, so their knowledge is for no use. So be useful for the society, then it will, like, if you are useful for the society, you are going in a right way only. That's why we always, every time we encourage people to do some volunteership in Geeta Parivar or in other organization. Do something for the society, not for yourself. Do something for the other living creatures, other people around us. They are poor, or they are not able to study, then just feed them, give them something, give them some kind of support. You can give whatever you have. Even you can spread happiness. Some person who is feeling depressed, and who is not feeling well, you can even smile in front of that person. So you can, in this way, you can just spread a smile, you can spread happiness. So this is also a kind of help we can do. So be the useful for the society, but their karma, their jnana, their hopes are not useful for the society. Vichetasaha, they are without the wisdom. Rakshasi masurim chaiva prakritim mohinim shitaha. Now he will tell about the three categories. First is Rakshasi. Now the Rakshasi means they are living, they just give pains to other. They don't think about everything, but they just give pain to other. This is called Rakshasi pravritti. They don't do good for others, but they create different problems, difficulties for other people. These are the Rakshasi people. Then Rakshasim, Asurim, undivine. Asurim, what does that mean? Asurim. So Asurim, they enjoy, when they want to enjoy these worldly objects, and for their welfare, for their enjoyment, for their basic, like fundamental needs, they have to complete, like roti, kapda, makan. Everyone needs that. So after fulfilling the fundamental needs, they want something more because of this greed. Kama, krodhas tatha lobhas. They have so much lobe, and because of this greed, they start wanting more and more. Their desires, they will fulfill their desire, but as these desires will increase as a fire, so these desires will increase, and they will put more. Desires will increase more, and that's why they sometimes they do something to fulfill their desires, which will harm other people. So they don't care for other people. They are just trying to fulfill their wishes. They have fulfilled their fundamental needs. Now they want more. And for that, they will just harm society. They will harm other people. They don't care for anyone. So these are called Asuri people. So like we have corruption though. So the people who are corrupted, what they are doing, they have enough salary. And with this salary, they can have their life, they can prepare everything, but still they want more. So they want extra money, they want extra attention, everything, and they want promotion, and for that they do something which will harm the society. So this is called Asuri Pravritti. Rakshasi Masurin Chaiva Prakritim Mohinim Shritaha. And the Mohini Prakriti. This is completely filled with Tamoguna. Tamoguna means they don't know even the meaning, or they cannot discriminate between the right and wrong. What is right and what is wrong. They don't know anything. So even though they don't know what is dharma, what is adharma. Like we had the example of Duryodhana. Janami dharman na cha me pravrittihi. Janamya dharman na cha me nivrittihi. He says, I know dharma but I cannot perform. I know adharma but I cannot run away from the adharma. Something is there inside me. Kerapi devena. So something is inside me and he is forcing me to do so. So he knows everything, dharma and adharma, but this mohini prakriti, these are filled with tamas guna. So they even don't know what is dharma and what is adharma. They do whatever is coming in their mind. So basically they harm society, they harm other people for no reason. Here the Asuri people, they harm society for their welfare. They want to fulfill their desires, so they harm other people. But the Mohini Prakriti, they don't even know that what will happen after doing this thing, after performing this karma, but they do so, like killing the bird. So killing the bird gives them joy. Now what will happen? They will receive something? Nothing. They will nothing receive from this action, but they will act like that. So they will kill the animals, they will shoot the birds, they will do like this, and they will get nothing. So this is called Mohini Prakriti. Rakshasi Masurin Chaiva Prakritim Mohinim Shritaha. So these three kinds of people come under this category, the Asuric Sampada. Now from the next shloka, Lord will tell about the people who are real devotees, or who are following the dharma marga. They are always following the dharma. So first he categorized into two parts. One is adharmi, second is dharmi, the people who follow dharmas. Now he will tell about the dharmis, and the people who are following the path of dharma. And now this is also a part of bhakti yoga. So in the previous shlokas we have seen maya tatamidam sarvam and all this, the Gyan Yoga. Now we will start having the glimpses of bhakti yoga, how the bhakti yoga, the devotee does karma and everything. So the bhakti yoga description is also there in 12th chapter. Very beautiful description is there. So now the bhakti yoga will be here also. So the bhakti yoga he has described this bhakti yoga only. He will describe in 12th chapter in detail. Here he is giving some glimpses of Gyan Yoga, some glimpses of Bhakti Yoga, some glimpses of Karma Yoga. In other chapters he will tell in detail. So the 13th shloka he says, Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakritimashitaha bhajantyananya manaso jnatva bhutadimavyayam. So he's saying Mahatmanastu mam partha. These are Mahatma. They are great souls. Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakritimashitaha. They are possessed by daivim prakriti, divine qualities. Abhayam sattvasam shuddhir jnana yoga vyavasthitihi danandamascha yajñascha swadhyayastapa arjavam ahimsa satyamakrudha styagashantirapayshunam daya bhuteshvalo luptvam mardavam hrirachapalam. All 26 divine qualities are there in them. So they are called Daivim Prakritimashitaha. So every time we should chant these shlokas. So like whenever we have shlokank exam, so like we in Geeta Parivar many times we have different types of exams. So Swami ji, sometimes Sanjay bhaiya and all Ashu bhaiya, they ask shlokas. So many times they ask these three shlokas. Every time these two shlokas, because these shlokas tell about the 26 qualities, the divine qualities. So it is a belief that if we will repeatedly utter these shlokas, so maybe these shlokas will come in our life slowly. So not suddenly we cannot just transform our life, but still by chanting these shlokas, maybe with this time these shlokas will come in the life. So all these divine qualities are there in the people who in the people who are following the dharma marga, the path of dharma. So mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakritimashitaha bhajanti ananya manasaha. They worship me and they are single-minded, like for them there is only Lord, there is only one point to concentrate, that is Lord. Every time pashyan shranvan sprashan jigran nashnan gachan sapanshasan pralapan visrajan grhanan unmishan nivishannapi. So every time whatever they are doing, they are seeing, they are hearing, they are eating, they are walking, they are sleeping, every time whatever they are doing in all 24 hours, whatever they are doing, every time they have one thought in the mind, that is God, Lord Shri Krishna. So like Meera Mai, Kabir Das, and Sant Eknath and Gyaneshwar Mauli, all these Santa sages and all these Rishi Munis, they have only one thing in the mind, that is Lord's name, the Kirti. Now next shloka he will tell Satatang Kirtayanto Man. So every time they just glorify my name, they just chant my name. That is the only goal for the devotees who are following the Bhakti Marga. Satatang Kirtayanto Mam Yatantascha Dradavrataha Namasyantascha mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate. Satatang kirtayanto mam. Every time they just glorify my name, they just chant the name of Shri Krishna, Ram, and whatever their Ishtadev. So every time they just remember the glory of their Ishtadev. Namasyantascha. Why they always prostrate in front of me? Why? Because the Srishti, the universe is very beautiful. It is very nice. So the think about the creator who have created this universe. What is his glory? So every time, whatever they see, whatever they feel, whatever they enjoy, every time they just do namaskaram to God. So namasyantascha mam bhaktya. Jnana yajnena chapyanni yajanto ma upasate ekatvena prathaktvena bahudha vishvato mukham. Now here in this shloka, Lord will tell about the different ways or different paths, how to get the Lord, how to become his favorite, how to have the realization of that param tattva, supreme self, how to get that knowledge. So there are different ways, and with the different ways we can all the paths or all the paths will go to the one point, and all the paths will meet at the one point. So there are different rivers, and all the rivers will meet in the ocean. Similarly, different paths, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga, and all the yogas, all the ways, all the mediums will lead us to the moksha or to the Lord only. So there was a kingdom, and in the kingdom there was a rule that we have to the person can have only one wife. They cannot have multiple wives. That was the rule in the kingdom. So once the king was there, and he was thinking like whether everyone is following this rule or not. So I should check, I think. So the king said to his ministers that go in the kingdom and just search whether everyone is following this rule or not. So the ministers went to the kingdom, and they were just searching to the people, and they were finding the people who are not following the rules. So they will capture those people and they will bring them to the palace in front of king. They thought in the mind, they were thinking like that, and they just saw a person who was drunk completely. He was unconscious, because when we are drunk we become unconscious, as we know, we heard this thing. So this person was also drunk, and he was unconscious, and unconsciously he was uttering some names, some female names, Rupa, Indumati, Malini, like this. So the ministers were thinking like, why he is uttering these names, what he is doing. So after some time they went to the person, and they just asked him, what are you saying? And who are these names? Who are these ladies? So the person said, she is my wife. Now, why she is my wife? You are saying multiple names and then you are saying she is my wife. The second minister asked, okay, tell me the name of your wife. He said Rupa. He was unconscious. Just imagine the situation. He is drunk and he is unconscious. He is not able to stand up. He is moving, he is shivering, his body is shaking like that. So now he said Rupa. Somehow he said, because he was not in the situation to say something. The third minister said, pardon, please, I didn't listen you. So he again asked the name. So he thought for some time and then he said, Indumati. See the situation. And the second minister said, first you said Rupa, second now you are saying Indumati. Who is the actual wife of your? Who is the actual wife, real wife? So he said, like, tell me the real name of your wife. So he thought that he's asking the real name means when we marry with some person, then we just match the kundalis. So maybe the minister is asking that name. So he said Malini. Now the ministers thought he has multiple wives and he is not following the rule in the kingdom. So they started beating him. And the old man was passing through the place. He just saw the situation and he went to the ministers. He asked, why are you beating this person? So the ministers told whole scenario, what happened with them. So whole talk, what they had. So after listening their conversation, the minister, this old man said, okay, don't beat him. I know him as a person and he is following the rule. Maybe you are not getting the point. He is drunk, so he is saying that his one wife has many names given by his mother, father, and other relatives. So sometimes he is saying Rupa, sometimes Malini, sometimes Indumati. So there is only one wife, but she has different names. And because of these different names, the ministers misunderstood and they started beating him. Similarly, many of us, we think that there is some Mahatma, some yogis, they say there is only one Brahma, Eko Brahma Dityo Nasti. Then second Acharya comes and he says some other thing. So what is the reality? We get confused, like the minister was. So similarly here also Lord is telling, I am one only, but different devotees. My different devotees worship me in different ways. Jnana yagyena chapyanni yajanto mamupasate. So some people worship me with the Gyan Yoga. So what is the Gyan Yoga? So the Gyan Yoga description will be given in 4th chapter. We will see later. So Gyan Yoga, basically the meaning that everything there is one Brahma. So when we have this thing in our mind, there is one Brahman only. That is called Gyan Yoga. So with this Gyan Yoga, some people worship me. Yana yagyena chapyanne yajanto mamupasate ekatvena prithakvena. Some people think that I am only one. Ekatvena prithakvena. Some people think that I am different, like Lord Shiva, Vishnu, Durga ji, and different deities are there. So they think that I am different person, or I am different devata, but I am only one. Ekatvena prithakvena bahudha vishvato mukham. Some people think I am all faced. Bahudha vishvato mukham. So there are different descriptions about the God in the Vedas, also in different scriptures also. So there are different types of devotees, and these devotees think, or these devotees worship me in a different ways. So I become different to them, but I am one only, as I said in the beginning, the shlokas. I told that I am one, but these devotees misunderstand these things as the ministers misunderstood. So that's what till the 15th shloka we have seen the description about the 9th chapter. And now in the next shloka, he will tell the Gyan Yoga only. Like he will tell about how this everything is God and everything is made up of God and everything is God everywhere he is. So like we have a house made up with mud, and so everywhere in the house there is mud only, clay only, because this house is made up of mud. So everything inside the house, outside the house, everything, it is mud. Similarly, the Lord is also, it is manifested, the word, the universe. So everywhere in the universe, inside me, inside you, inside this laptop, everywhere there is God only. So he will just prove, he will give some example, and with those examples he will tell how I am everywhere, how I stay in every soul. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha, and then ahamatma gudakesha sarvabhuta. So everywhere I am. So all the descriptions will be given in next shlokas. So now we will have question answer session. So if you have any doubt regarding related with this chapter or related with the Bhagavad Gita, we will have question answer session with the Kakaji, Srinivas Kakaji, and he has joined us for this question answer session only. So first we will have Sankirtanam, and then we will move towards the question answer session. So if you have any doubt, you can write your doubt in the chat box or you can raise your hand, and then we will have this session. First we will have Sankirtanam. Hari Sharanam, 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 Hari Sharanam. Yes, Priya Didi.
Thank you, Kavita Didi. Now is the question answer session. If you have any doubt, kindly raise your hand and please switch on your video. I invite respected Srinivas Varnekar Kakaji to take the question answer session. Kakaji is Geeta Visharad and civil engineer. He has deep knowledge of Geeta as well as other Shastras. He is the main pillar of Learn Geeta program. His interpretation sessions are inspiration for many people. Kakaji.
So one question we have in chat box by Sonali ji. Can you just read it out, Priya?
Yes. Can you please summarize the gist of the chapter?
Okay. In fact, let us first pray the Guru Prarthana. I'll sing a Guru Prarthana. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Haraye Paramatmane, Pranatak Kleshanashaya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. So somebody has asked the gist of this chapter. This is one of the most beautiful chapters of Bhagavad Gita. Entire Bhagavad Gita is excellent, but there are few places like Gangaji is Pavitra from the Gangotri to the Ganga Sagar, but there are few Tirtha Kshetras like Kashi and Rishikesh and Haridwar. So like that, this Adhyay is a Tirtha Kshetra Adhyay. Jnaneshwar Mauli, it is said that when Jnaneshwar Mauli took Sanjeevan Samadhi, this Adhyay was open in front of him. It is that important. The very name of this Adhyay suggests the gist of this Adhyay. It is the Raj Vidya Raj Guhya Yoga. It is the most secret Raj Guhya. But it is not the only secret. All secret things are not sacred. See, this Adhyay is secret as well as sacred. So, why this Adhyay is important? As Kavita has rightly said, this Adhyay gives us glimpses of all the three main yogas, that is Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. And how to perform all the three yogas together, that trick has been told in this Adhyay. See, when we go ahead, we have not touched those shlokas yet. But when we go ahead, God says, Yat karoshi yadashnasi yajjuhoshi dadasyat yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Whatever we do, if we submit it to God with all bhakti, like we offer the flowers to God, if whatever we do, if we offer to God like flowers, then that karma becomes karma yoga, that offering becomes bhakti yoga, and where to offer, we just have to offer it within us. So he is everywhere, so that Jnana Yoga also comes there. So the gist of this Adhyay is, it is a very, very good combination, or I can say that it is the sar of all the three yogas come together. So you will see, you will get the knowledge from this Adhyay. You will get, that is, what is that knowledge? He is everywhere. That is the knowledge. So seeing the difference is Ajnan. Differentiating all the things is Ajnan, and seeing all the things as one is Jnana. That is told in this Adhyay. Everything is only one. Like in science, you must have studied. When we study science, we study the smallest particle of an element is atom. So what is there in any atom? All atoms of any element, they contain protons, neutrons, and electrons. So matterly also, if I say, look at the world in a scientific eye, with scientific eyes, if I look at the world as a matter also, there are only electrons, protons, and neutrons, and nothing else. Beyond that also, there is only one thing, that is, the science wants to look at it as a particle. So they are looking at it as, they want to know what is God particle. And they are doing the experiments on that. So everything is only one, manifested in different shapes and sizes and colors and whatnot. So that one thing, that is knowledge. And how to get that knowledge, how to know him, how to get connected with him, we have to perform for him. So whatever we are performing, yat karoshi, whatever you do, yat ashnasi, whatever you eat, yat juhoshi, whatever you offer in the havan, dadasyat, whatever you donate, yat tapasyasi, whatever tap you do, tat kurushva madarpanam, that is the mantra of this Adhyay. So what if we do it like that, that karma yoga also becomes bhakti yoga also, because we are offering him. So it becomes bhakti also. So everything comes together. That is the gist of this Adhyay. So, and the last shloka of this Adhyay is the gist of Bhagavad-Gītā. Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji man namaskuru. Manmana bhava. You keep your mind entangled with me. Mad bhaktaha bhava, that always get connected, always keep yourself connected with me. Mad yaji bhava, whatever you do, do it for me. Me means the God, Krishna, Lord Krishna, he is the Parameshwar, he is the Parabrahma manifested in the shape of, or in the roop of Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna, who is talking in this? Who is the speaker of Bhagavad Gita? He is the Parameshwar. He is the Parabrahma in the roop of Lord Krishna. So she says, Manmana bhava, mad bhaktaha bhava, mad yaji bhava, man namaskuru. Whatever you do, and he is everywhere. So doing for him is doing for the well-being of entire universe. And that is again mantra of Bhagavad Gita, Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. Working for the well-being of all universe. Whatever you can, for whomsoever you can help. If we work like that, it is the puja of Paramatma, it is the puja of Parabrahma. Bhajante man drudavrataha. Mahatmanas tumam partha daivim prakriti mashritaha bhajantyananya manaso. What is bhajan? Bhaja dhatu, it says bhaja sevayam. Bhajan is seva. So it is serving. It is serving for the well-being of all, is puja of the Paramatma, Parabrahma. That is the gist of this adhyaya, what I can think.
Thank you, Kakaji. Next question is, it is asur or asur and asakti or asakti?
Oh, see, sakta. Sakta means getting attached. Asakta means getting too much attached. And asakta means not getting attached. Asakta is not attached. Asakta is attached, too much attached. You got it? And what was your first question?
Asur or asur?
Asur or asur? It is asur. Daivim prakrutim ashitaha. Rakshasim asur. It is asur. Asur is, you can say, demons. Am I right? I think asur is demons. Rakshasim asurin chaiva. Asur, that word is asur, that is demons. And Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga. Daivi Sampati and Asuri Sampati, that is Asura. That word is Asura.
Thank you. Next we have Raghuraj Singh ji.
Jai Shri Krishna Bhaiya. Jai Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Sir, I want two clarifications. In Hindu Dharma, we worship Lord Shiva also, Lord Rama also, Lord Krishna also. At the same time, Devi Bhagavat, Hanumanji. So I do like this. I get confused. Okay, Lord Krishna is Ishvara, Parabrahma, everything. And my Guru Mantra is also on Lord Krishna only. But I worship all these. Am I right in worshipping all these Devi Devtas? Because I feel satisfied doing Mahakali Puja, and my loka desires, they get fulfilled like this only, you can say. And otherwise, I focus on Lord Krishna only. So am I right in continuing this process like this?
You see, just now I told you, seeing difference is ajnana. And seeing one in everything is jnana. So Ishwar is one.
Right.
He is the ruler of the universe, in entire universe. He is ruling that. So he is Ishwar. You see, for our country, if you have some work, government works, you say, you have some work regarding your land records.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to go to revenue department.
Right.
Right? If you have to, if you have some complaint about some gunda in your area, so you have to go to police department.
Right, sir.
So now when you go to police department, where are you going? You are going to the government. When you are going to the revenue department, where you are going? You are going to the government. So what is government? Whether government is prime minister, or government is chief minister, or government is the minister, or government is the collector, or government is the police commissioner, they all represent government.
Right.
They are all Ishwar is one. All these rupas, whatever we are saying, Lord Krishna or Lord Ram, it is his manifestation of Ishwar in different roop. So these roop are different. We should not get confused seeing different rupas. The Ishwar is one. When we pray Ganapati, what we say? Tvam Brahmas, Tvam Vishnus, Tvam Rudras, Tvam Indras, Tvam Agnis, Tvam Vayus, Tvam Suryas, Tvam Chandramas, Tvam. So he is everything.
Right, sir.
When we say Lord Krishna, he is everything. When we say Lord Ram, he is everything. So the Ishwar has manifested in different rupa. Whatever roop you like, you can worship him.
That is very nice of you, sir. But at the same time, I want to worship all of them, and more especially to my Guru Mantra. Finally,
if you want
but
knowledge,
I want to focus on now.
You see, if you want knowledge, we worship Ganesh Ji or Saraswati Mata.
Right.
If we want Dhana Sampatti, we worship Lakshmi Mata.
Yeah, right, sir.
Right?
Right.
So what you want, you can worship everything. You can worship all. You can worship all.
Right.
Even if you don't want anything, you can worship all.
Right.
If you want,
finally, we
connected with him, you can get connected through any. Even you can get connected. Shri Swatantri Veer Savarkar, you know, or today is anniversary of Subhash Chandra Babu.
Right.
What was their deity? Bharat Mata was their deity. Bharat Mata is their deity.
Right.
They worship Bharat Mata only. Swatantri Veer Savarkar, he used to say, Swatantrate Bhagavati. So, seeing Bharat Mata as a Swatantrata Devi, she is my goddess. If I get that, I have achieved my goal. I have got my Parameshwar.
Very nice, sir. My confusion was this only: should we go in worshipping all these Devi Devtas, or we should focus on only one Ishvara?
We should worship all the gods. We can worship, but only you should remember, in that form we are worshipping the ultimate. He is the Ishwar. We are worshipping Ishwar in this form. That we should know in our mind. The form only is different. The God is the same.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. So nice of you.
Thank you.
Next question we have: what is Shreyas and Preyas?
Priyanka ji is on screen. Yes.
What is Shreyas and Preyas? Yeah. Priyanka ji, it is your question?
Yes, Priyanka.
Yes, it is my question. Ahimsa Satyama Shreyas, Tyaga Shantira Paishuna. So what is the Shreyas meaning?
Ahimsa Satyama Krodhas Tyagas Shantir Paishuna. There is no Shreyas word there. Shreyas is the word. Arjun has asked God, God Sri Krishna, Yat Shreyasyan Nishchitan Bruhitan me. So Shreya is the thing which is for betterment of me. That is my Kalyan. Kalyan means I don't know what is good for me. You only know. God only knows what is good. See, a small child is there. He doesn't know what he wants. Many times he is crying. He crying, but he doesn't know what he wants. His mother knows what he wants.
Yes.
And mother knows what is Kalyan, what is his Kalyan. So, Shreya is Kalyan. Hita, you know? Hita word, you know?
Yes.
I don't know exact word in English for that. So,
माहिती आहे ना, हा.
huh? Hita माहिती है. So Shreya is Kalyan. Shreya is Kalyan, Shreya is Hita. Huh? So, and Preya is whatever I like. I like something. See, I like to do painting, or I like to sing songs, or I like music. But I have certain duties. If I keep on singing all the day, I will not perform my duties. So what duties I should perform is Shreya for me. And
Yes.
music, singing is prayer for me. I like it, but every time it is not beneficial for me. It is not Shreya, it is not Kalyankari for me. So Shreya and prayer is what you like, and Shreya is what you should. So if God comes in front of us anytime and asks us, what you want? What will you ask?
Shreya.
God give me whatever you tell me, you tell my Shreya. Whatever is Kalyan for me, you tell me that. The Arjun has asked the same thing. Yat Shreyas syat nishchitam bruhitam. You tell me what is for my betterment. I don't know what is good for me. You tell me what is that. He is not asking prayer. I like this, so God leave me alone and I want to go away from this war. So you tell me how to go away. He is not asking how to go away. He is telling what is good for me. You tell that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Lastly, we have one more question in chat box by Bhuvna ji, and we have only 3 minutes. What is the definition of duty? Is it a pending karma, or is it something what we create for ourselves as a time spender when we get bored of chanting Krishna's mantra?
When we get bored of chanting Krishna's mantra, something is wrong. You are asking something. I don't know. If you are getting bored of chanting Geeta, I don't know. See, what is duty?
Yes, Bhuvna ji is here with us. Can you speak?
Yes. Hare Krishna ji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Right. So my question is, people in those days, what people would say is that you don't need to do any work, rather just sit and chant Krishna's mantra, because that will help you to reach Vaikuntha easily. But nowadays, what people do is that they don't want to just chant Krishna's mantra, but they sometimes get bored of chanting Krishna's mantra alone every day, and they try to involve into other aspects of life, so that it gives them an opportunity to understand what this earth is all about and what other relationships are all about. So why make it so complicated, like getting into unwanted troubles, and just focus on chanting Krishna's name, and that will help you to reach Almighty, isn't it?
See, I think even Krishna also doesn't say that you only keep on chanting my mantra. He says you do your duty right from the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita. That is the second chapter. Bhagwan tells Arjun to keep on doing your duty. Uttishta tasmad uttishta kaunteya yuddhaya krutta nishchaya. He doesn't say that tasmad uttishta kaunteya and chant my name. Say Krishna, 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 Krishna. He doesn't say like that. We have to chant his name while performing our duty.
But that is what Sukacharya did, isn't it?
That is the best way of bhakti. Doing for him and chanting his name, whether you chant it loudly or you chant it inside within you. You chant his name while performing your duty. That is the best puja. Even Dnyaneshwar Maharaj says, Swakarma kusumanchi veera puja keli hoya para tosha lagi. Which puja I like most? Swakarma kusuma. Kusuma is flower, and swakarma is your duty. your duty, you perform your duty and give it to me like a flower. That is the best puja Krishna likes. We must chant his name continuously, but that only won't. Chanting his name along with doing our duty is most important.
Yes, sir, but duty is something that we create, right? Like only if you beat someone, like someone said, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So only if you create an action, you're gonna get a reaction.
You see, no. Duty is not what we create. Duty, we don't create duties. We don't create duties. Duty, in the 4th chapter, the Lord has said that whenever a person is born, he is born along with his yajna. What that shlok, Kavita may be able to recite it immediately. Yajna and Janma. That I am not able to adjust it. Whenever a creature is, it takes birth, duties are born with him. Saha yajna praja srishtva puro vacha prajapati. Anena prasavishadvam eshavos tvishta kamaduk. Saha yajna praja srishtva. Praja is the human beings, all human beings or all creatures. Whenever they are born, praja srishtva, their srijan has happened. Saha yajna. Yajna is the karma that they should perform in their lifetime. That is the yajna. Every kartavya karma is a yajna. In Bhagavad-Gītā, the meaning of yajna is kartavya karma. That is the duty. So, duty comes along with you, with your birth. That is decided with your birth. Only knowing it that I have to perform this duty for Lord Krishna is the best puja of Lord Krishna. Chanting his name is, of course, that is no doubt, because Yajnanam Japayajñosmi, he himself has said, I am the Yajna, Japayajna is the best Yajna. But along with that, performing the duty is a must. Arjun wants to run away from that, but Bhagavan never allows him. He always says, come on, get up. Tasmad uttishta kaunteya yuddhaya krita nishchaya tasmad uttishta yasho labhasva. Wherever he says, he says uttishta and perform your duty. So chanting his name is, of course, very good. But if you don't perform your duty and keep on chanting his name, your child is crying there and you are saying taking his name, that is not good.
We come to an end of question answer session. Thank you so much, Kakaji, for the every bit of explanation you gave. It was so blissful to listen your each answer you gave today. Thanks a bunch, Kavita Didi, for your knowledgeable interpretation session. My sincere thanks to the technical team for their tireless efforts in being the backbone of success in this event. For the end prayer, I call upon Radhika Raoji from Gadak, Karnataka. She is rendering her services in admission team as well as a techno star. Over to you, Radhika ji. You're not audible, Didi.
Please remove your hands free, Radhika ji.
Can you remove your hands free, your earbuds? Okay, let me conclude the session. Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Rajapriyam Dharma Samsthapakam Veeram Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
Now we will meet again next Sunday for the interpretation session of 9th chapter last part. We have grammar session in Hindi as well as English starting just in 5 minutes. It's a request to